So I think I'm finally over COVID, and my wife has almost finished her battle with COVID. We're both good and fine. We're finally back home. We took a week to go to Hawaii and stay there, and then we came back to Tennessee for a few days, and then we went to North Carolina for a week, and then came back. And I think we were just kind of asking for it. But I've been trying to push out content. Haven't been really streaming too much. Just been trying to focus on doing the videos that I had to, as far as like product reviews and stuff, just for my voice and being able to take breaks in between and my well-being or whatever, and not sitting there for like 2 3 hours in streams. Streams are coming back. It's just I've been kind of taking a break for it, making sure I'm good, just the kind of the best way to make sure that I'm doing well. In regards to doing well, I kind of want to talk about my experience with traveling to Hawaii and traveling to North Carolina and being around people that you normally wouldn't be around, trying to do content creation, how it is for somebody who has mental issues. First, I got some things to do. Let me know though in the comments below what y'all think about this beanie. This is another one that I got, because usually I wear the ones that flip up, but I kind of went like a skull cap. I feel like this one's gonna shrink in the wash. Let me know in the comments below which one y'all think. A, this one right here, or B. So I gotta move stuff over from the washer and the dryer, so I need you to move. If somehow my wife is watching this, I'm not gonna put her clothes on camera. But let me get what I need to get done. So we are out here in the living room. I do apologize if my dryer gets in, audio gets into this video. We are now, like I said, getting over COVID and stuff, so trying to get everything together, from making all those trips and stuff like that, and actually having the energy to do stuff. Being a content creator and being an introvert is really, really tough. And me traveling to Hawaii and then coming back, and then going to North Carolina and then coming back, and being a content creator and trying to film as much as you could and maybe take some photos and stuff like that, and from the perspective of being a content creator and not just like you're traveling or whatever, it can be a little bit hard, because if you're an introvert like I am, it's kind of hard to ask you to not be an introvert and be put into situations where introverts wouldn't thrive. They would be crushed. And that's what I experienced a lot, especially since I met my wife's family for the first time, and spending a whole week with them. And mahalo to my wife's family. Essentially, what I really experienced was two things. Outside of obviously everything else that comes with going to Hawaii. One is that this right here, I pretty much had to have covered up all the time. I did end up getting a haircut or wherever before we went, so it could be a little bit more manageable. But essentially, up top, my hair is kind of gone. It's like the male pattern baldness, whatever you want to call it. Because of when I was in the military, I got diagnosed with bipolar type 2, and one of the popular medicines that they put you on for that, one of the potential side effects is losing your hair. And you can see that's a problem. Although the medicine did work, it made me feel like a zombie and trapped in my own body. So let's just say I just completely stopped taking it. But that was all the way back in 2013. Now, usually in my family, men do end up losing their hair as they get on in age, but I was in the middle of like mid-20s, and all that medicine did was to seem to speed up said process. So ever since I've been out, I've been, covering my hair. It really makes it hard for a lot of videos, photos, doing YouTube and stuff like that, because it's more of a subconscious thing of, I don't want people to make fun of me because I just don't like being bald. Nothing against you if you are, but me personally, I just don't like the look of it. I've always liked my hair having them cornrow braided, and now not being able to do so because of medicine that I was put on because of something that happened to me in the military just makes me even more angrier. Getting out and being diagnosed with a personal traumatic stress disorder because of military deployment, and on top of that, having sleep apnea and sleep paralysis, it just makes it really, really hard to be a content creator who's an introvert, who is now asked to go travel and meet your wife's family for the very first time. It just made everything really, really hard to interact with people because that their culture and everything, if you don't know, is all about family. It's all about getting together, having, fun, talking, and always constantly like doing stuff. Me being around a lot of people is like throwing a grenade into a sardine can, a whole bunch of fish or something like that. What do you expect is going to happen? That's just how I am personally. It's something that I struggle with. And yes, I am talking about those bad thoughts, the ones that happen to yourself or to others. More so with me, the thoughts to myself has decreased over the years. It pops up every now and then. It's something that I still struggle with. It's more so wanting to lash at other people, hence the reference to the grenade in the sardine can. I am seeing help and getting help. I've been on medication and stuff and being with a actually relatively good doctor for a while now, and just something that I kind of deal with on a day-to-day basis and somehow find myself being able to make it, I guess, day to day. Being put in that situation, it was just not good. And it's not necessarily like their family. It's kind of like in your own head kind of thing. And I'm not trying to downplay anybody who has issues or anything like I do. Trust me, I completely understand and get it. It's just a lot of people, for whatever reason, are not aware of mental illness. And if they are, they never met somebody who had a mental illness or somebody who is dangerous, I guess, or who are liable to snap at any given moment, like I am. Like I said, being an introvert, going against the complete opposite of like their culture and stuff like that, I know it made it hard for them to fully get to know me and really see how I am, because it's just really hard to put into words. If you know, you know. Being around people who are not introverts, like having to explain to everybody, not only goes for my wife's family, it goes for my family, it goes for random people I meet, friends of my wife, anything like that. Having to explain to them that, my husband is a little crazy, so don't look at him sideways or he's liable to snap, and it's not going to be good for you. Having my wife, to put it obviously in prettier terms, all the time, it's just sometimes frustrating because a lot of people just don't understand it, whether they're just dumb as a doorknob or have people or something like that, so significant other or whatever, who might have been in the military, been through something far worse, and they're like, but he's completely functional, or they're completely functional, they're fine. Like, hey, look, if you are having issues or anything like that, there's ways to get better, whether it be on medication, having a doctor, stuff like that. There are ways to get seen, to make life a little bit easier to live. Life is still gonna suck. I still think it sucks for me in dealing with this every single day, but there are supports out there that can help you. It's not gonna take it away. A lot of people think that you're just gonna be able to do 180. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be a day-to-day struggle. It still is for me. This happened years ago. Ever since 2010, I've been dealing with mental issues like this on a severity level that you wouldn't or possibly imagine, and it still sucks. And it's like over a decade later, it doesn't get better, but you can get it to somewhat be manageable, and that's the goal with therapy, medicine, all that stuff. Now, with that being said, I've never had it to where go through the fact of me explaining my mental illness or something like that to somebody, and they straight up being mean or hateful, wherever, straight to my face because of it. I have told people, and it's usually like one or two camps. Either they have a problem because you have mental issues, which there are people out there who have a problem with people who have mental issues and stuff. So they'd be rude, discriminatory, or wherever, be mean, I guess, in general. And then you have some people over here who, feel bad for whatever reason, but they still just can't really comprehend what's that mean. It's kind of like, okay, you done told me, and now how am I supposed to interact with you? So it's just kind of like weird, and you being the content creator, trying to film stuff, get B-roll, you know, everything like that, be on camera like this, you're in that environment where you're not really comfortable. It's gonna be hard, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's really gonna be hard. Maybe do more B-roll than anything. Maybe not so much a vlog when you get back to a safer place that you feel comfortable. But just know it is gonna be hard. It is gonna be tough. Some people would say, you know, it takes some getting used to. No, it's gonna be like that all the time. Maybe if you're an introvert, yeah, it can take some getting used to get comfortable. But somebody who's an introvert, and like I said, and having mental issues, depending on your severity, it might not ever get better. I've been streaming and doing content for a long time now, and it's not always the best content, especially when I first started out. Even now, with obviously the progression and the upgrade quality of everything, it's still hard even after I press recording, even after I go out and try to vlog and stuff like that. It's still hard, and it still takes a toll on your mental and everything. And that's why I would say, if you are finding yourself in that scenario, like I said, having a medication, having a doctor and stuff that you see frequently. Maybe you need to join some kind of support group depending on what you have personally. You have a unique scenario that you're going through. Not everybody out there is going to be able to comprehend or understand what you're going through and be able to relate. I have yet to find somebody who can comprehend, understand, and be able to relate. The only way they can do that is if I split in two. And that's the same that goes for you. You know that you split in two, then you're not, because even somebody else who has bipolar type 2, who could have everything that I have, could be completely functional member of society, or what society dictates. I don't know if that's possible, but it's neither here or there. But what ends up happening is that, again, I have my wife. Now, she don't understand. She's never been in the military. She's never been on deployment. She's never been in a scenario like I have throughout my life, but she understands the quirks of me. She understands when I am triggered, or what would possibly trigger me, or how to evolve and be flexible with the situation. She's always like, are you okay? Do we need to leave? We can go somewhere else if you want. It won't take that long. Sometimes, yeah, it can be a little bit overbearing. It can be sometimes feel like they're hovering, but she's always doing that. And that's the thing, is having somebody who's going to do that for you, and being at home with that person, always having that person around. It don't have to be a significant other. It could be a pet always there to comfort you, and you find joy in that. It could be a family member, close friend, something like that. Again, the people are not going to understand you because they're not you. You're not splitting yourself off and having a conversation with yourself. You are finding somebody that, even if you, I wouldn't say necessarily talk, because me personally, I don't think talk therapy really helps or anything, because once you leave that session or stop talking to that person, your problems are still there. It doesn't matter what you do, 30 minutes, an hour, wherever, it's not gonna alleviate the problem that you're still stuck here on Earth. And just FYI, I didn't ask to come here, and I hate it. And not like a negative sense, just like, life sucks. It's terrible, man. With me, I think that most people will find having somebody who, not, like I said, not understanding you fully, because you can't split yourself in two, but having somebody who is aware of your condition, aware of the surroundings that you find yourself in, and can pull you out, keep you grounded. Again, whether it's a pet, significant other, friends, family, something like that, it's really, really good. And I thank my wife, honestly, for that, because I don't know how I would have ended up. I had to be in a lot of situations, whether it's going to my appointments, or driving around, or just going into Walmart, going into to eat food or anything like that. There's been plenty of times where we've gone to restaurants and I had to wear noise canceling headphones, but I wanted to go out on a date with my wife, and she never once judged me, never once said anything negative or anything, regardless of how many people were looking at us and stuff like that, whatever she was feeling at the time, anything like that. She still treated me like I was a human being. And that's what you want. You want somebody who's going to treat you like a human being while you're going on this content creation journey, and allows you to produce your greatest content that you could possibly do. that's just my thoughts. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and welcome to 2023. Does this look me? I don't know. Trying to be a little bit more confident. I don't know how I like it. The lighting was probably terrible out here. I'll see you guys in the next one.